nice hit. Ooh. Bro, have you noticed that THC percentages have been dropping over the past 3 months?
Yeah, I have.
Due to new regulations, there's been a drop in about 7% since January.
What are these regulations?
The new regulations basically say that the standards for how these labs operate have to improve. These brands can no longer shop for these high percentage of THCs as they have been. Most of the time when people go into dispensary, they look for just the highest percentage of THC. That's what they value the most.
That's true, dude. A lot of people be number shopping nowadays. I see it all day, every day. So do you think this will help out people realize true percentages and actual potency of their weed?
Yes, and also not place too much weight on that THC percentage and how they value their purchase. One of the biggest reasons why it's been so hard to get accurate numbers on THC percentages and why brands test to begin with is because there's no enforced standardization, but now there is, right? Or at least more effort towards that with these new regulations. So overall, this does end up helping out people who are trying to buy weed and know what they're putting into their bodies and what they're smoking. Very important.
It's kind of crazy on our end because as true stoners, we kind of want the black market to still exist, or we want the underground street market to still be a thing because that's where we came from. But as a bud tender, you want regulation because it helps specify things and make things easier for the consumer on that end.
It would help everybody involved if we do have regulation standards, just, making sure everything's testing and above board and clean and healthy. I do think that there's an area for both to coexist. If we could change it to that type of culture, to that type of perspective, to treating it more like getting weed at a farmer's market than on the black market, with regulation and testing and making sure everything's above board on the retail side, we'd have a perfect situation going on, I feel. Up until these regulations started, only about 18 of the 52 labs in California were actually up to standards, right? The rest were using various different methodologies and not necessarily using all the same components in how they test and how they process, which led to a lot of product being higher percentage THCs than what they actually might have been.
Man, my belief is that people should be shopping for the terpene profiles that they like and the strains that they like, because those are always going to stay true to your individual self. It's true at the end of the day that as a bud tender, I see it. Everyone has different tastes for different weeds. Not everyone's going to like the same stuff. I can't recommend something that you're going to like 100% of the time.
On that note, there's a lot of misconception about the naming of strains as they come into the dispensary, and with these standardizations, with these new higher standards that they're applying, hopefully that also adds to the clarity as to what we're smoking. Not only the THC percentages, but the strains and those terpene profiles as well. It's also important to note that if you see your favorite strain go down in THC percentage, it's not like it's getting weaker. It's most likely a result of these stricter regulations. More than likely, those new percentages that you'll be seeing are showing its true potency.
And not this lab shopping potency that you guys have been seeing. True potency now.